Hello there, all my brother and sister orthodontists out there. There are three things I can promise you in this world. One, nobody knows what the economy has in store. Two, today we're going to have a great episode. And three, if you're not registered for the Orthopreneur Summit in September in Orlando, you're going to be missing out on the meeting of the year. So go to opsummit2023.com. That's opsummit2023.com and sign up today. And now, on to that amazing episode I promised you. Hello there, everybody, and welcome to another episode of your 5-Minute Friday. I'm Dr. Glenn Krieger, your host, and I am going to give you a superpower today. Now, I have a special superpower, or at least I've been told that from my therapist over the years. And by the way, that's another side note. If you feel you ever need therapy, go get it. If you don't feel you need therapy, go get it anyway, because those around you will tell you you probably do need therapy. But the people we know in the world who are the biggest problems, who need the therapy the most, are the ones who never go. It's not fair. But that's just a little note on therapy. Let's talk about superpowers. Now, my superpower is I have the ability instantly in my head to determine if issues are one of three things. And I want you to think about this because I see too many of you overstressed. I see too many of you micromanaging. I see too many of you trying to put out too many fires at too many times. And again, I'm going to give you a little sort of peek into my head because when I offer this to people, it helps them tremendously. Whenever somebody comes to you with a problem, hey, I need your help with this. Hey, this isn't working. Hey, this has gone wrong. I want you to ask yourself a question in your head instantly. It's one of three things. Number one, is it my problem? Number two, is it not my problem? Number three, is it my problem, but I don't need to deal with it now? Okay? Someone comes to you and goes, hey, a patient, God forbid, is having a heart attack. That's my problem, and I need to deal with that now. Hey, by the way, the doorknob in the staff room needs to be replaced. Is that even my problem? Probably not. My office manager can order a new door. If she or he is not capable of doing that, they can come to me, and I can help them with it, but it's not my problem necessarily. I'm the visionary. I'm the doctor. I am producing orthodontics, production, and I'm steering the ship in a visionary way for the future. I'm not changing doorknobs. Now, you can choose to do that, but is that an effective use of your time when you probably have a ton of people in your office who can do it? Now, a doorknob is a bad choice because if you asked my team of 10 women, and this isn't a woman or man thing, I've had men working for me as well, but I currently have about 10 women. If I said to them, here's a doorknob, go change it, could they do it? Probably. Would it take them a while? Probably. Would they learn from it? Absolutely. Could I do it in 30 seconds because I've changed probably 100 doorknobs in my life? Probably. But again, at the end of the day, is it your problem? Is it not your problem? Or is it your problem and you got to deal with it later? So I want you to view everything through that. You got a burst water pipe? That's your problem. Now somebody else needs to help you fix it, but it is your problem. So all too often, people take problems that are not theirs and take ownership of it. And they become overburdened with problems. I have so many things I can't get to them. And you'll learn if you spend a lot of time with me, I'm really good at saying no. That's not my problem, but I'll help you solve it. Now, those are useful words. Remember those. Hey, by the way, I appreciate you going through that. I'm happy to help you solve it. No, I need you to do it. Then you can respond. Hey, this isn't my problem, but I'm going to offer to help you solve it. If someone's still insistent, you've done your best, but don't take the problem on if it's not your problem, right? The doorknob was a pretty bad example, but let's take something else, for instance. We've got a lot of no-shows, let's say. Oh, we got a lot of no-shows in the practice suddenly for no good reason. Is that your problem? Well, yes and no. You're the visionary. You need to help guide, but are there systems and policies being followed the way they should? Is it your job to make sure that's happening? Or is your office manager, your team leader, whoever you have? Again, learn to differentiate the things that you can fix from the things you need to fix. If you feel you need to fix everything, remember that therapy thing I talked about earlier? Might be a good choice for you. I need you to start getting into the visionary role. And I need you to start doing the things that only you can do. And if you're really effective at that, you're not going to have time to do the things that others want you to do that you could do that you don't need to be doing. I know that was a lot. So again, you need to define your visionary role in the practice as well as if you're a chairside doc producing orthodontics. But if the schedule is running amok, it's not your job to fix it. As the visionary, you're supposed to point out that that's getting in the way of productivity. It's getting in the way of overhead, potentially. It's getting in the way of you guys working to your highest effectiveness. And you need to call to account the person on your accountability chart who's in charge of that. Who is in charge of the schedule? Not who answers the phones, not who puts people in the schedule, who is effectively responsible for the schedule. Ah, Glenn, I don't know who that is. Well, that's another podcast at another time about an organizational chart. But for right now, I want you to get used to 3 phrases. Not my problem, in your head. Don't say this to people. Not my problem. Yeah, my problem, and I need to deal with it now. Or my problem, and we'll deal with it later, right? And you can say that to people. Hey, totally get it. It's on my plate, but I'm going to get to this later. So again, those 3 phrases will solve your life if you define your visionary role effectively and make sure you are living that to its absolute max. Now, changing the doorknob is nowhere near as important as you creating your projection of what you're going to produce next year, or how you're going to reduce overhead, or new technologies you want to bring in to become more effective, or signing up for Entrepreneur Summit by going to opsummit2023.com. Why? Because I love having visionaries there, because we make you more effective, make you more productive, and lower your stress. So go to opsummit2023.com. I hope this has helped you, and looking forward to helping you in any way I can in the future.